Have you ever woken up and for a moment didn't know why your heart felt heavy? The sky is still gray, the world hasn't fully woken, but something inside you has. A quiet ache, a whisper. That today must mean something more. Maybe it's not the alarm that stirred you. Maybe it was your spirit, calling out, longing, for a peace you can't name, for a hand to hold, even when no one else is near. Shush. Let the noise stay outside, just for a few minutes. This moment is sacred, and you are not alone. Come sit with me. Let's watch the light slowly stretch across the floor. Let's breathe together, slow and full. Let's ask the questions we're too busy to ask during the day. What if today isn't just another day? What if it's a quiet invitation to begin again? Stay here. Let your soul settle. There's something waiting for you. And it's not in the chaos. It's in the stillness. And in that stillness, He is already here. You're still here. Good. That means you heard it too. That whisper in the stillness. That pull in your chest that says, there must be more. But what is it? Is it the weight of yesterday still clinging to your chest like fog that won't lift? Is it the echo of words never spoken? Or ones you wish you could take back? Is it the fear that maybe, just maybe, you've drifted too far to be found? Deep calls to deep at the roar of your waterfalls. All your breakers and your waves have gone over me. Psalm 42:7. Have you ever felt that kind of depth? Where your soul is calling out, but you can't quite find the words. That's okay. You see, sometimes we don't need to speak. We just need to be still. Still enough to hear the whisper behind the ache. Still enough to notice that the ache itself is a doorway. And behind that door, a Father who never left. A God who saw it all. The late night tears, the silent doubts, the days you smiled while secretly unraveling inside. Yes, He saw it all. And still, He stayed. Even if my father and mother abandon me, the Lord will hold me close. Psalm 27:10. Maybe you've prayed before with hands clenched and hope slipping through your fingers like sand. Maybe you've begged for answers that never came. Maybe you've waited so long for something to change that now you're afraid to hope again. But listen closely now. This moment isn't just comfort, it's a rescue. It's not too late. You're not too far gone. You haven't missed your chance. I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with unfailing kindness. Jeremiah 31:3. What if this morning isn't about fixing everything? What if it's simply about returning? Not to a religion, not to a ritual, but to a relationship, a place, a person. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. Yes, rest, not the kind the world gives, fleeting, thin, conditional, but the kind that reaches into your bones, that silences the lies, that reminds you, you are still loved, still chosen, still worth it. So, what would happen if you let go? What would happen if, just for this morning, you stop trying to be strong, and instead let Him carry you? There's something holy in surrender, something sacred in saying, God, I can't, but you can, and He will, because that's who He is, a shepherd who leaves the 99 to find the one. He sees the cracks in your faith, the trembling in your voice, the weight you try to hide, and still He says, come, sit with me. Not to fix you, not to lecture you, but to hold you, to remind you of who you are, and whose you are. So take a breath. Let it out. Feel the air fill your lungs again. You're alive. And that is not an accident. This day has been written into eternity, and this moment, this very second, was part of the plan all along. So you're still here. That means some part of your heart hasn't given up yet. Some whisper in your soul still believes that there's something more. And you're right. You see, faith isn't always fire. Sometimes it's a flicker, a trembling candle in the corner of a dark room. But even the smallest flame can chase away the night. You may feel fragile, but fragile doesn't mean broken. It means you're human. It means you feel. And feeling, my friend, is holy ground. A bruised reed he will not break, and a smoldering wick he will not snuff out. Isaiah 42:3. Can you feel that? That pull in your chest, that soft ache behind your ribs. It's not weakness, it's not failure, it's a sign that your spirit is still alive. Sometimes we run from pain. We numb it, deny it, drown it in noise. But pain, when held in the hands of God, becomes something sacred. It becomes a pathway, a doorway, a return. And here's the truth most people won't say out loud. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need the right words. You don't need perfect prayers or spotless faith. You just need to show up. Just need to say, "Here I am, Lord." Because when you do, He meets you there. He always has. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. So if your heart feels cracked, good. That's where the light gets in. Let that light in. Let it wash over every fear, every doubt, every lie you've carried for far too long. Lies that said you're too far gone, too weak, too messed up, too late. But the truth? You are not too late for grace. You are not too broken for healing. You are not too lost for love. This is your moment. This is the sacred return, not the one with fireworks or fanfare, but the quiet kind. The kind that happens in still rooms with trembling hearts and whispered yeses. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Psalm 119:105. He's been lighting the way all along. You just forgot how to look for the flame. But now, you see it, don't you? That soft glow, that quiet warmth rising in your chest. That's Him. It always was. He hasn't moved. He never turned away. You were never forgotten. You were simply being drawn back. So let go. Let go of the stories you told yourself to survive. Let go of the armor that's kept your heart numb. Let go of the shame you carry like a second skin. None of it belongs to you anymore. You are allowed to start again, to breathe again, to believe again. Not because you're strong, but because He is. Not because you deserve it, but because He chose you anyway. That is grace. That is love. And love is here. Now waiting. So return. In your own way, in your own time. And if you can't run, crawl. If you can't speak, sigh. If you can't lift your head, He'll lift it for you. This is not the end. This is the invitation. He's been whispering it through every sunrise, every quiet tear, every stirring in the dark. Return to me, for I have redeemed you. Isaiah 44:22. So come back, not out of guilt, but out of hunger, out of longing, out of love. You belong here. You've always belonged here. And He's been waiting, with arms wide open. You've come this far, and I know it hasn't been easy. You've carried so much. Silently, faithfully, sometimes too faithfully, to things that were never yours to carry. And I wonder, what would happen if you finally laid it down? That guilt that clings to your spine like a shadow. That fear that keeps you awake when the world sleeps. The bitterness you swore you buried years ago. but it still finds its way into your voice. The silent questions, the prayers you never dared to speak aloud. What if you brought them here? Not to be judged, not to be punished, but to be held. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. Did you catch that? He cares for you. Not just tolerates, not just watches. He cares about the ache in your chest, the bank account running low, the diagnosis, the way you smile around others and cry when you're alone. Yes, even that. And the beauty. You don't have to fix it before you bring it to him. You just have to bring it, like a child holding broken pieces in trembling hands. You don't need to explain how it shattered. You just need to let go. 'Cause when you let go, he picks it up. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. And maybe that's what your soul has been aching for all along. Not answers, not solutions, not even miracles. Just rest. Deep, holy rest. The kind that doesn't come from a nap or a vacation or checking every box on your to-do list. The kind that comes when your spirit exhales. Fully, finally. So breathe now. Yes, right here. Right where you are. No performance, no pretending. Just presence. His presence. Let him in. Let him touch the places you've kept locked away for years. Let him sit with the version of you that you're ashamed of. Let him see the tears you haven't cried, because you didn't think anyone would catch them. He will. He already has. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. Psalm 23, 1-3. Did you hear that? He restores. Not patches, not glues, restores. And not just your circumstances, but you, your joy, your wonder, your tenderness, your trust. So come, friend, loosen your grip. You weren't meant to hold it all. You were meant to release it. You don't have to understand it all. You don't have to pretend you're okay. You don't even have to say the right words. You just have to let go. Lay it at his feet. The fear, the anger, the pressure to be strong all the time, all of it. And when you do, you'll find something surprising in that sacred empty space. Not shame, not silence, but arms, arms wide open. A father waiting, not to take from you, but to lift you. There's space now, you made room, and heaven noticed, you let go. And now, something holy is drawing near. Can you feel it? That shift in the air, gentle, but unmistakable. The stillness has a new texture. Not empty, but expectant. You're not alone in the silence. He's here, whispering, hovering. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of the waters. Genesis 1:2. Even in the beginning, before the light, before the sky, before the breath of man, the Spirit was already moving. And now, he moves again. Over you, within you. Not with thunder, not with fire, but with presence, with peace, with power. Soft power, the kind that mends what trauma tore, the kind that gathers your shattered thoughts and calms them like waves, the kind that doesn't force, but invites. So invite him. Say it quietly, maybe even just in your heart. Come, Holy Spirit. Come into the thoughts I don't understand, the patterns I keep repeating, the voices I've believed for far too long. Come into the places I shut down, the memories too painful to revisit, the hopes I buried because they hurt too much to keep alive. Come into my decisions today, into my reactions, my relationships, my words. Whisper, Holy Spirit. Speak the language my soul understands. Even when my mind is tired, even when my heart feels numb, even when I forget how to pray. Speak in sighs, speak in stillness, speak in silence. The Spirit helps us in our weakness. For we do not know what we ought to pray, but the Spirit Himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. Romans 8:26. Yes. Even our groans are holy in His hands. You don't have to feel spiritual to be Spirit-filled. You don't need goosebumps to know He's close, because He is close. So close He knows the rhythm of your breath. So close He weeps when you weep. So close. He speaks when no one else can hear. He's not just near you, He's within you. And when you forget that, He reminds you gently. Through a song you weren't expecting. Through a verse that leaps off the page. Through the sunrise you almost missed. Or maybe through this very moment. Right now. But the Advocate, the Holy Spirit whom the Father will send in my name, will teach you all things and remind you of everything I have said to you. John 14:26. That's what He does. He teaches, He reminds, He comforts, He leads, and maybe that's all you need today. Not a loud miracle, not a sudden breakthrough, just the quiet assurance that you're not walking alone. The gentle hand at your back, the still voice saying, "This is the way. Walk in it." Isaiah 30:21. So walk, even if it's slow, even if you're limping, even if you're unsure, because when the Holy Spirit leads, you don't need to see the whole path, you only need to take the next step, and then the next, and the next, and trust that each one is holy. Now, breathe in, let it settle. You're not who you were 20 minutes ago. Something has shifted, not loudly, not dramatically, but deeply. A weight lifted, a light returned, a whisper turned into a knowing. And now, it's time. Time to rise, time to walk, time to stand, not in your own strength, but in His. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. You're not standing because you have all the answers. You're not rising because life suddenly makes sense. You're rising because He is enough. Even when you aren't, especially when you aren't. This is not blind faith, it's anchored faith, rooted in promises older than time, rooted in a love that walked through death to find you. Yes, you, so stien. Stand when doubt creeps in, stand when fear whispers, stand when your emotions scream louder than truth. You don't have to feel brave, you just have to be. And if your knees tremble, good. That means you're doing it with humility. Even Jesus knelt in a garden before He stood at the cross. Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me. Yet not my will, but yours, be done. Luke 22:42. Do you hear the power in that surrender? That's what faith sounds like. Not certainty, but trust, raw, honest, trembling trust. So go ahead, speak your own version of it. Lord, I don't know what's next, but I'm choosing you anyway. You may not feel strong, but strength isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the whisper that says, I'm still here. Even after everything, even after the storm, you're still here. And heaven is still fighting for you. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. So take your stance. Not in defiance, but in surrender. Let your silence speak louder than fear. Let your stillness be your act of war. Because every time you trust, even when it's hard, even when it hurts, the kingdom of darkness loses ground. You are not weak for needing God. You are powerful because you have Him. So walk with your head held high, not because of what you've done, but because of who walks beside you. And if you stumble, He'll catch you. If you fall, He'll lift you. If you forget, He'll remind you, you are mine. Isaiah 43:1. So stand in grace, in truth, in quiet confidence. You don't have to roar to be strong. You don't have to shout to be heard. You just have to trust. And let that trust become the rhythm of your steps, one quiet step at a time. And with each one, He is with you. You've stood. Now, stay. Not in striving, not in fear, but in surrender. Let this moment become your altar. Right here, right now. No candles, no crowds, no music, just you and the God who sees in secret. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. Matthew 6:6. You don't need to do more. You don't need to say more. Just offer yourself, all of you. The tired parts, the healed parts, the breaking parts, the waiting parts. Lay them down like fragrant oil spilled at His feet. Let the tears fall if they come. They are not a weakness. They are worship. Tell Him, I'm yours. Every bit of me. Even the parts I'm still learning to love. Because He already loves them. Fully, wildly, without pause. And in that love, you are free. Free to begin again. Free to release the weight. Free to walk forward without needing to have all the answers. Just one hand in His. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. Proverbs 3:6. So submit, not because you failed, but because you've been found, you've been seen, held, known, loved. And now, you are sent into this new day, not as someone struggling to survive, but as someone awakened to grace, to beauty, to the quiet, powerful truth that God is with you, and for you. He goes before you. He stands beside you. He watches behind you. Surely your goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Psalm 23 verse 6. Yes, all the days. Even the ones when the clouds come back. Even when your knees tremble again. Even when you forget for a moment how far He's brought you. He won't forget. He won't walk away. So let this be your prayer now. Not just words, but posture. A life turned upward. A heart laid open. Here I am, Lord, still, surrendered, yours. And if tears come, let them come. If silence lingers, let it linger. Because this is holy ground. This is where healing begins. This is the start of something eternal. So rise, not rushed, not afraid, but gently, with peace in your chest and light in your eyes. You are not walking alone. He is in every step, every breath, every moment that follows. And as you go slow, go sacred. Let His whisper guide you. Let His Spirit breathe through you. Let His love mark everything you do. This is your new beginning, and you don't need to understand it. You only need to trust the one who does. So go in grace, in quiet power, in peace that passes all understanding. And if this prayer found you today, it wasn't by accident. You were meant to return. And now, you are home.